How did you deal with loss?
Faith. You know, I'm Irish, I'm Catholic. The church.
Pierce Brosnan, the man who once saved the world on screen, is now facing a battle he can't outrun. After losing his first wife and daughter to the same cruel disease, he's now preparing to say goodbye again. This time to the woman who helped him heal. At 71, the heartbreak has returned, and it's more personal than ever. This isn't a movie, it's real. And what Pierce is about to endure will break your heart and show you the true meaning of love. Born on May 16, 1953, in Drogheda, Ireland, Pierce Brosnan's early life was marked by hardship and absence. His father disappeared before he could form memories, and at the age of 4, his mother left for London in search of work, hoping to bring him over soon. That separation lasted 7 long years. During that time, Pierce was shuttled between relatives, never truly belonging anywhere, always the outsider looking in. These formative years forged a quiet resilience in him, a boy with a vivid imagination and a hunger for something more. In 1964, life began to change when he reunited with his mother in Scotland. She had married a kind-hearted man, William Carmichael, who introduced Pierce to the world of James Bond by taking him to see Goldfinger. The impact was immediate. For the young boy who had never felt powerful or admired, Bond became a symbol of confidence, control, and elegance. Everything Pierce aspired to be. At 16, he left school and enrolled at St. Martin's School of Art in London to pursue painting. Living frugally among wealthy peers, he scraped by on toast and tea. But fate intervened in 1971, when he wandered into a theater and witnessed a fire eater at work. Intrigued, he gave it a try, setting off a chain of events that would lead to acting school and eventually stardom. Pierce enrolled at the prestigious Drama Centre London, known for its brutal intensity. Where others quit, he endured. He studied mime, Shakespeare, and even circus arts. His determination paid off. In 1976, he landed a role in Wait Until Dark, and over the years, built his resume through stage and screen roles. In 1982, he was cast as the lead in NBC's Remington Steele. Originally written for a rugged American in his 50s, the suave, 29-year-old Irishman redefined the role. The show became a global sensation, and soon, Bond fans and even Ian Fleming's widow championed Brosnan as the perfect 007. By 1986, Brosnan was set to become Bond, but a last-minute renewal of Remington Steele kept him locked into a contract. The role went to Timothy Dalton. Devastated, Pierce waited patiently. Finally, in 1994, destiny arrived. GoldenEye hit theaters in 1995, and Brosnan didn't just play Bond, he revived him. Performing most of his own stunts, including a daring 220-meter bungee jump, he helped gross $353 million globally, saving the franchise and cementing his legacy as a true 007. Over the next 8 years, Pierce starred in 3 more Bond films: Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough, and Die Another Day, which grossed over $1.2 billion combined. He had become the face of Bond for a new generation. But off-screen, his world was unraveling. Back in 1980, Pierce had married Australian actress Cassandra Harris. She already had 2 children from a previous marriage, Charlotte and Christopher. Pierce didn't hesitate. He raised them as his own. When Cassandra's ex-husband passed away, he legally adopted the children and gave them his name. In 1983, he and Cassandra had a son together, Sean. But in 1987, Cassandra was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, the same disease that had taken her mother. For 4 years, Pierce stood by her through surgeries, chemotherapy, and endless hospital visits. He called himself the quiet party, always present, often helpless. On December 28, 1991, just a day after Christmas, Cassandra died in his arms. She was 43. Sean was only 8. Pierce later said it was the first time he truly understood grief. It didn't just hurt, it changed him. In 1994, just months before GoldenEye began filming, Pierce met journalist Keely Shea Smith. She wasn't impressed by his fame. She saw the man behind the movie star. They fell in love quickly. She met his children within weeks, moved in 6 months later. And in 2001, they married in Ireland in a private ceremony attended by close friends like Judi Dench and Liam Neeson. Together, they had 2 sons, Dylan and Paris. After years of heartbreak, Pierce finally found peace. But the nightmare wasn't over. In 2013, Charlotte, his daughter from Cassandra's first marriage, was diagnosed with the same cancer that had killed her mother and grandmother. She fought for 3 years, through pain, through treatment, through hope. On June 14, 2013, she got married. 2 weeks later, she died. She was 41. Pierce released a short statement. Charlotte fought her cancer with grace and dignity, courage and humanity. Her strength was astonishing. For Pierce, it was like reliving the same nightmare all over again. He had lost his wife and now his daughter to the same disease. Then came the final betrayal. In 2004, after 4 hugely successful Bond films, Pierce got a phone call. It lasted just 47 seconds. "You were a great James Bond. Thank you very much. Goodbye." No warning, no explanation, no ceremony. He was out. Within days, 3 movie deals vanished. His asking price dropped from $12 million to $3 million. Studios called him too Bond to cast in anything else. When he saw the Casino Royale trailer, the film that replaced him, his children watched him cry. Still, Pierce didn't give up. He kept acting. He kept showing up. In 2022, he played Dr. Fate in Black Adam, bringing wisdom, gravitas, and power to the screen once more. But more importantly, he became a voice for cancer awareness, climate advocacy, and humanitarian work. He's been a UNICEF ambassador since 2001. He's marched with Greenpeace. He's helped raise millions for cancer research. Keely, too, has faced her own battles. For years, tabloids mocked her weight. Trolls flooded the internet. But she stood tall, and in 2024, she quietly transformed her health, losing 100 pounds through walking, swimming, and whole foods. No gimmicks, just self-respect. When critics attacked, Pierce responded, "I love every curve of her body. She is the most beautiful woman in my eyes." Together, they've now been married for over 23 years. Pierce Brosnan has faced abandonment, heartbreak, betrayal, and loss. But he has never stopped loving, never stopped fighting, never stopped being the kind of man he once dreamed about watching James Bond on a movie screen as a boy. He's not just an actor, he's a survivor. He lost his wife. He lost his daughter. He lost his career, twice. But he never lost his soul. And that, more than any role, is Pierce Brosnan's legacy. Like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.